Good evening. Today is October the 1st. Okay. 2023. The time now is 12:26 a.m. And I'm making this video because I was sitting here with my feet propped up in this chair and it's still doing it. And I could feel that hot energy or heat, whatever it is, coming against my feet. And if you look back there, you can see how bad it is in this house. And um so it's coming up into my body, and so I started itching, and I looked down at my arm, and they really hydrate my skin really bad, and I started feeling on my forehead, cause my forehead is itching really bad. You can see the little bumps. This stuff is breaking me out, and so I went and looked in the mirror, cause I felt my chest too, and I could feel something on my chest. See how I'm breaking out? And I was just sitting here. Um, I know I'm close up in the camera, but I'm trying to show how I'm breaking out, and I can feel this energy coming up, burning my feet, and I can feel it coming in my body. Which they've been doing this pretty much all day because I've been feeling my stomach, the top of my stomach rising. I do believe this is my intestines. This is what these people is pure monsters. Now, I think they got my intestines scratched out of place. I want to show my stomach, but it's just my stomach. Let me put my pants on up some more. I do believe they got my intestines up here like this, and I'm breaking out. I was talking to one of my granddaughters on the phone, and you can see all this energy in here. I'm gonna cut that TV off so we'll stop lightening and brightening. Okay, it's still lightening and brightening. So that's dealing with the camera, either the camera or somebody is doing this. But you can see this stuff. It's all on this chair. It's all on me, and it's breaking me out. I do believe these people can cause diseases with this frequency, according to the frequency that they send you. Because I remember when I was at my place a few years ago, and I was praying. Um, yeah, I was on my knees praying, me and my sister, and they hit me with something and I just started sweating. I mean, the sweat was dripping off of me. And so I said, Lord, I said, now I'm praying. I was praying there was a storm going down in Florida, a hurricane or a tornado, one of them. And I said, Lord, I said, I'm praying. I'm down here on my knees praying for these people, because I was asking God not to let nobody get killed. And and I said, these people is attacking me. I thought it was witchcraft. um, and I said, and they attacking me. I said, but I forgive them. And he said, she don't know what I gave her. And what he said, it was something, I can't remember if it was cancer or herpes, something that, is just real bad. It was like a disease. And I said, I send it back to you because I thought it was witchcraft. And cause they be laying, they bed and stuff is right on the walls, and they be talking and think you can't hear them, but they can hear they know they can hear you, but they think you can't hear them. So when he said it, the girl said, "What did you do?" And he said he sent me something, and so I said I sent it back to you. And see, they weren't even supposed to be in there because the woman who apartment it was, cause my place is a duplex, and the woman that they had the apartment for, she was in jail in New York. And I'm trying to figure out how could she have an apartment in North Carolina when she in jail in New York, and they over there in her apartment attacking me. That's why I would never sleep in my bed. I got a nice bed, but I don't even sleep in it because with all the all the places that I get for myself always be duplexes, and that be what be open that I can get like a two-bedroom, and I would never sleep in my bed. I sleep on the couch in the living room because they will cause me problems. They always will cause me problems. But I am itching like crazy. You see how my face just broke out. I don't know what this is that done got on me. On my neck it was really bad. I didn't put no perfume. I didn't even put no lotion or nothing on today. I just took a shower. And that was earlier today. I just started itching when I'm feeling this stuff going coming up on my feet and in my private area. Cause these people just monsters. They just so sick. But that I don't have to complain. I don't have to say nothing because God see everything they do. Everyone that's doing this to me, they gonna find out. And when they find out, I want them to when God bring His wrath on them, I hope they see my face and they regret that they ever heard of my name and seen my face. Because one thing I know, you reap what you sow, and what they doing is without a cause. Let me move this back, cause I don't bother people. Even the people that was bothering me, they even said, they don't even know when I be home until they see me go out to the mailbox. Cause I try to respect, even though they don't respect me, I try to respect them. I don't have my TV up loud. I don't have music up loud. Since I be hearing all this noise in my head, I cut this CD on that because it cancel it out or it knock it out or do something. But it helps me not hear it. But I try to respect my neighbors even though they don't respect me. But that's just how I am. I was raised to be respectful. We had to respect our elder. We couldn't talk back. We could. You know, my mama raised us. She was a single mother, but she raised us. And the thing that we did is not because we weren't taught better. We did it because we did our own thing. It ain't cause my mama didn't raise us right. She didn't drink, you know, but I had some of my siblings who did pick it up because of their surroundings. You know, you can raise your children right, and because they hang around other children that doing stuff, them familiar spirits will get in your child. That's why you should be careful who come inside your home, because people will leave demons in your house and you don't know they there. I remember God told me that one time. um, my children were teenagers then, and they were so mouthy. I always running their mouths, talking back. And so I was thinking about it to myself. And so I was talking to myself, and the Lord said, "It's your fault." I heard him plain as day. He said, "It's your fault." And he said, "You didn't raise your children in the way they should go." And I had to do the woman at the well. And when I did the woman at the well, the Lord told me, you know, the people that will come into your home, they will they have spirits. Cause when people living in sin, you got a lot of people don't think they got demons. But when you living in sin, you got demons. And when people come into your house, and you know, even though I didn't smoke marijuana, but they, you know, we let people smoke. And I come, me and my sister lived together. She did, she smoked, I didn't. And they would be smoking and drinking and stuff. You know, all that stuff. That them demons is in your home, and they're helping you raise your children, cause you don't know they there, but them demons is influencing your children behavior. And so you have to be careful how you let people come into your homes, and be around your children. And this, I remember one time I saw this this video. I still got it, with this what was the name, the river, Pastor Brady, Bishop Brady and Pastor Brady. I have gone to their church a few times, so they with TD Jakes now though. But anyway, this uh I guess he was a prophet, came from New Jersey, and there was this man there. I think the man had AIDS, but God healed him. God healed him from the AIDS. And he had a son, and he told him that witches had been touching on his son. Women who was supposed to be his friends, but they weren't really his friends. They just around him to influence the boy. Cause see, a lot of times these witches be knowing your gifts. They be knowing stuff about you that you may not even know. Cause the daddy didn't even know his son got a calling on his life. I ain't tell that dude, that prophet, that man went to hell and back for that boy. He was all down on the floor to get that witchcraft off of that boy. I mean, he went down, fought for him. And the daddy, I got it on cause I didn't go to church that night. I got a prophet's friend. She was a member of that church, and so when I would visit her, you know, we would go to church. And that man, that's the same man, the same prophet. I don't know if it was the same night, but my friend, I said the prophetess, her sister had cancer, and he said God had God rebuked death. And she got up and danced in front of the altar. And he told people to help her dance, help her, you know, dance. And my friend called me one night and told me that, ooh, I'm about to cry. Ooh. And told me that the doctors give up on her sister. They didn't expect her to live through the night. And so I said, well, let's pray. So I laid down on the floor with my face on the floor, and I started praying. But I was praying for my friend because I know how tight she is with her sister. So I was praying for her, and then I thought about it. I said, Lord, your prophet said that you rebuke death. I can't remember what all I said, but I remember this loud scream came out of me, and me and her both started crying and praying in tongues. So she called me the next day and told me the doctors don't know what had happened. They 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 don't even see no cancer. The cancer was gone, and they took all the tubes and stuff that was on her, had a tubed up and everything. Took all that stuff off of her, and she went home. The cancer was gone, and so we didn't. What we should have did was keep praying for her because she caught a stomach infection. That's what killed her. The stomach infection. The cancer didn't kill her because the cancer was gone. I believe the cancer was a demon. That's what I think it was. I think the cancer was a demon, and she caught some type of stomach infection. And see, we didn't think that would take her out, but that's what took her out, a stomach infection. But she lived a good while before she died. She lived some months, but the cancers were gone. She died from a stomach infection. That's the second person that had did that. A little boy, he was real sick, and they didn't expect him to live overnight. And this girl came, and I prayed for her on behalf of the child, and the little boy lived, but he caught a bad cold, and that's what took little simple things that you don't think will kill him. That's what the devil will use to kill him, because we won't still praying. That's why when you got somebody that's real sick on the verge of death, and you pray and God heal them, keep praying. Just keep praying. Don't stop praying for them. Keep praying for them. Like I was praying for my sister, and I would pray for her, and I would tell her to blow those spirits out of her. She would do what I would tell her to do, but then she got where she wouldn't. Especially when we moved in this house right here. That's when it seemed like she got really, really bad. You know. But we was at the first house. That's when I was praying for. I would read the scriptures to her, read the Bible to her, and pray for her, and come against spirits that I could heal was coming against her, because I believe spirits got in her when I was born. The spirit of jealousy, and I know, the spirit of jealousy, because she was real jealous of me and actually hated me. She told me she hated me. And we grown women with children. And she had a problem because she said I took her place. And I had tried to explain to her I took my own place in the family. We all got our own place in the family, because my sister older than her, she could have been married with her. I got three brothers under me. I could have been married with them. So we all is in our rightful place in the family. But she said I took her place because she was the baby for 4 years, and then Mama had me. But then after she had me, she had three boys. I wasn't jealous. I wasn't mad. I don't even remember. Tell you the truth, I remember when I was a child, but I can't remember having a problem with my mama having another child. Cause I remember when one of them boys was born, I can't, cause mama had him at the house, but I can't remember which one it was. It's this flavored water. Um, So there's just so much we have to be careful about. And see, this stuff that's in our house. You know, they could do anything to us, and they'll try to say it's something natural, that you die from something natural. Just like how they poisoned that doctor that was on YouTube. I can't remember his name, but he was a doctor that was talking about, you know, be telling people not to take that thing right there, and people shouldn't be dying like they were dying. There's a lot of doctors that try to talk to people and tell them that, you know, that this not true. But see, the TV won't let you see that. You know, they'll be on YouTube, cause just like that African doctor, and they tried to make it seem like she was crazy. This woman's a medical doctor, and she know what she talking about. Just like there was a doctor who died in the hospital, and she was telling them how to treat her, and they wouldn't. And then wouldn't let her. They get you in that hospital, won't let your family in the hospital, and they do whatever they want to do to you. Cause see, they probably weaken you. Cause I do believe that they weaken you when they give that breath test. There's something wrong with that breath test. Because I was talking to my brother. I can't remember what he had, pneumonia. They said he had COVID and the C thing and pneumonia. And he was talking good and everything. And they came in to get him a breath test. And so when I called him back, he was hooping, hawking, and coughing and sounded like he about to die. And I said, there's something wrong with that test. There's something in that breath test that's making people sicker. Because these people gonna do whatever they tell them to do to keep them jobs. The hospital making money, and people don't want to think. They want to don't think the politicians is won't do no wrong. Doctors, lawyers, judges don't think they do. Some of them doctors and judges, some of the biggest dope addicts they is, and dope dealers, and the police. I was somewhere one time with this guy, and he went. I didn't know the people of what he was going there for, but I know a police came there, and they had did a raid, and he was telling them how he had pocket stuff, and he was saying, "Oh, you don't know why he didn't get them no stuff. They ain't get ready to get them no stuff. He getting they raiding that stuff, raid and pass they turn in some of it and put some of it back out on the streets. Cause I know the man that I think put my name on this blackball list. He was the chief of police. They had got this stop this dude for some and got drugs off him. I don't know how they knew he had drugs, but anyway, drugs and money. But when the dude went to court, he didn't all that drug and money won't there, and he told it. He told how much money he had and how much drugs he had, and they hadn't turned it in because they giving it to these young boys to sell it again, and then want to lock them up when they don't do like they want them to do. This how they do. Long as these boys doing what they want them to do, they don't bother them. But once these boys get tired of selling dope for them and want to sell for themselves, they gonna lock them up. That's what they do with the snitches too. Cause I noticed that in my hometown, they will always have this certain person. His name will always be involved in it, but he didn't go to jail. Cause he was setting them boys up. And I know they would have it in the newspaper, but he wouldn't go to jail. And they didn't have no more sense to keep trusting him. So I'm not in for people selling drugs, but sometimes people do it because they can't get no job. Because I know some of them boys. I know my son. He kept going to the unemployment office, talking to the same man, still wouldn't get no job. And it was depressing him. He had went to the military and everything, and then come out and couldn't get no job. So you got to live. I don't condone people selling drugs because that's ruining people's lives. It's even ruining the drug dealer, like, cause this like a addiction of them making that fast money. It's an addiction both ways. I don't know how I get on this. Like I said, when I get on, I get in front of this camera, I get to talking. I be talking, I have so much stuff piled up in my head because I mostly just be here to myself and just thinking. I'm a thinker, and I don't like that. I don't like thinking because the devil gets in my thoughts and he start putting his thoughts in my head. I don't like him putting thoughts in my head. And these game stoppers with this technology, they can do that crap. I just hate what this stuff is about. They're closing up the grocery stores, and they talking about these people that doing all this, going in these stores, taking out, grabbing all this stuff, and talking about the stores are closing down because of it. I think that's a lie. I think these people got them going in their stores, snatching up, snatching up all this stuff because they got insurance. They got insurance on this stuff, and they wanting to say use it as an excuse for them closing down because they want to close it down. They want to close down everything so that the people will have to depend on the government. And in order to depend on the government, you got to take the mark of the beast. They've been thinking about this thing a long, probably before I was born. They using all kind of excuses to bring that one world order into play, and it's coming wide open. I was itching like crazy. I took a Benadryl. They got my nails looking right short. My grandson told me I need to grow a nail. He always saying something crazy. But they dehydrated me, got my neck. Look how they got my neck down like this here. But I'm gonna have to wait until whatever this is got me breaking out before I start doctoring on my neck, on my skin. Cause it take a lot when they dehydrate me like that and have my neck, my skin hanging. I have to do a lot of work to get my skin tightened back up. Oh, well, I reckon I done ran out of stuff to talk about. Well, I can figure out something else, but I ain't gonna talk about that. I'm gonna get off of here. Um, because I'm hearing that sound in my head. I need to stop that. My head itching. Mm. So I'm going to close up.